Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. Tip-off goes to the Thunder. On the wing, Caruso. Here's Holmgren. Porzingis grabs the board. Grant, how about the rise of OKC in just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed?
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Back to Brown. To the middle. Here's Tatum. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
About a minute into this first quarter, it's Dort on the wing. The kick out to Williams. Counted from distance.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Pass to Porzingis. Holiday looking for an opening. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. We were talking about Chet Holmgren, the versatility at both ends. And coach pointed out one thing in particular, saying that Chet has the ability to create for himself. He's a tremendous ball handler for his size. He has great footwork, and he stays on balance. He knows it's going to take a team effort defensively.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Oklahoma City shooting their first foul shot of the game. That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Holmgren. The Thunder with another miss. Porzingis with room to shoot. The Thunder pull it in. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Williams up top. Back to Caruso. Now Holmgren. Fires in the triple.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
And here's Brown for 3. Hits the trifecta.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Stolen by Caruso. Pass to Holmgren. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Out of bounds. It'll be Celtics ball. And it's Holiday with the ball for the Boston Celtics. It's a three-point game. The kick to Tatum. And here's White. Dort grabs the miss. Minute 32 left in the first. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Caruso outside. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 5. No good on the triple. Porzingis high post. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. The finish! And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, when Shea goes all out, catching up to him is not an option, and he is gone.
And stolen by Williams. The 3 from Holmgren. Porzingis grabs the board. Celtics trail by 5. Here's Brown. Uses the glass on the layup. Brown's got 5 now.
And look, Brown is good at capitalizing inside, which is why the defense has to push him further away.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And out of bounds. Boston will have it. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Let's give them another round of applause.
23 seconds left in the opening quarter. Tatum way outside. The Thunder with the rebound. Dort right side. On the wing, Caruso. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And stolen by Holiday.
He couldn't bring the pump fake back in quickly enough, and the defender takes advantage.
Well, a good close contest so far as we've...
The Thunder, 12.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Oklahoma City?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Inside, Holmgren. Easy two for Holmgren. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, do you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend. And now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. Outside, Brown. The kick out to White. 6 to shoot. Shot on the wing. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Oklahoma City leading by 5. Well, Stan, when you look at the history of undrafted players, few have been as impactful as Alex Caruso.
And you have to love the way he's done it, Brian. Grinded his way through the G League, won a championship, and now he's a first-team all-defense guy. Quite a story.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Dort.
Yeah, with his length and athleticism, Tatum has the tools to be a lockdown defender.
Brown drives in. Here's Tatum. Rejected by Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now guarded by White. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Dort on the wing. That three's off the mark. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for Boston. In the second quarter, held scoreless. Okay, do it, KP.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
To the paint. Here's Williams. And here's Caruso outside. Boston pulls it in. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Porzingis misses. Thunder leading by 3. Down low. Here's Holmgren. There's Holmgren on the slam.
Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Gotta push him farther out than this.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
To the inside. Brown. Caruso grabs the board. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. 5-point lead, biggest of the game.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
There's a screen. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the first half. To the paint. Here's Holmgren.
Lockdown defense by Porzingis. When he moves his feet to get in position, his length is unbelievable.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
And here's Caruso outside. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. Down low. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Pass to Holiday. Back to Tatum. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Yeah, the guard instincts of Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, fantastic work dishing the rock to uncover teammates.
Now here's White. Outside Tatum. The 3 is up. The rebound by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Thunder leading by 7. And we've got 28 seconds left in the first half. The layup misses. Left side, Brown. Dort with a steal. It's a one-on-one situation. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And Dort just wanting that basket more than anyone else. Give him credit for out-hustling everyone.
Outside, Brown. To stop the drought. And so it's Oklahoma City. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. We'll be back in a moment. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Well, Stan, LeBron James is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent players in the league. Who else stands out to you as far as basketball IQ?
No, Brian, that's a tough question. There's so many of them. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. There's just so many intelligent guys in this league. Fans that think it's all about athleticism don't understand how intelligent the best players are.
Attention fans, now on the court. If you're high squad, get loud and a little courage. Let's take these fans to get a t-shirt. Come on, everybody, make some noise.
Celtics trail by 9. Now Holiday. Yet to see a basket.
I mean, what an athletic play for Holiday. Showing up the defense with a jam.
And coach, a perennial all-defense performer, Drew Holiday. Fearsome at that end of the floor in particular.
Yeah, Brian, he's as good a defensive guard as there is. Great size and strength at the point guard spot. You combine that with his IQ and his competitive will, he is a problem on a nightly basis.
Poor rim. Tatum plays with such an edge.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander, double team. Dort. From deep. The rebound, Celtics. Second half getting started. About a minute played. Dort with a steal. Caruso outside. And there's a pick. Back to Dort. Pass to Holmgren. Dort, left side. Clock at 4. And here's Caruso outside. Celtics trail by 5. Brown downhill. Oh, it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Impeccable defense from Gilgeous-Alexander. For a guard, he blocks a fair amount of shots.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Dagnall said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. So it's the Thunder now. The Celtics making their last shot. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. And he gets the bucket. Holmgren's got 11 points.
And this is where Holmgren is such a scoring threat. His size can make interior shots easier to find.
Tatum like a freight train coming. And here's Brown for 3. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. Thunder leading by 8. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Porzingis misses.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Pass to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander up top. And Porzingis with the block.
Great play by Porzingis. Love seeing the zinger engaged on D.
Back to White. To the middle. Launches it. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound. And so they foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Pass to Dort. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside. Just 5 on the clock.
Well, that's why it's so important to seal off those passing lanes inside. Make them earn points in the paint. Well, and that's what you want. Get something out in space before the defense can get set.
Williams with the screen. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. To the paint. Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And this is why so many are high on Holmgren. His ability to dominate games with his scoring.
Look at Brown getting it done inside.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Here's Caruso. Back to Holmgren. Over Porzingis. And it's Holmgren missing.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, they just have to be more patient. Less forcing and more passing.
Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to review the game plan.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
Seven seconds left in the third. Horford to three. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Thunder out in front, up by 5. After a quick break.
27.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Oklahoma City leading by 5. Wallace with it. Picked up by Tatum. Pass to Hartenstein. Hartenstein a screen. Shot clock at 6. And here is Williams. Hounded by Tatum. Williams' shot is good.
And great vision there to punish the double team. That was well executed.
There's Tatum with the 3. The shot no good. Now here's Wallace. Pass to Hartenstein. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul so far.
First team foul.
Down low. Holmgren with it. From 12 feet. The rebound by Jason Tatum. The drive by Brown. with bad intentions.
Hey, anytime you're guarding Brown, you have to account for his acceleration.
Outside for Dort. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Thunder lead by 8.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. And it's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
There are so many different roles Jaylen Brown can take on for his team.
And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th. And here's Holmgren. Outside, Williams. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Holmgren. 5 to shoot. Ooh, the toughness of Holmgren.
A beautiful finish through contact. That's the dog in Holmgren.
Now here's Holiday. White on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Thunder leading by 8. Up top, Holmgren. That's tipped. White with the steal. Oh, deflected. Outside Tatum. And there's the screen. White on the wing. Clock at 6. And here's Brown for 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Pass to Holmgren. Lays it up and banks it in. Holmgren's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you know, as a roller, Holmgren shows great hands, and he makes nice adjustments moving downhill.
Back to Porzingis. Holmgren with the block. And he recovers it. And here's Brown for 3. Downtown, Jaylen Brown.
A dangerous shooter from all areas. Brown's eyes get real big when he shoots these corner threes.
Pass to Holmgren. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. White with it. Now guarded by Holmgren. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Now Porzingis. He's covered by Holmgren. Lets it go from deep. Caruso grabs the board.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
To the middle. Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Well, he's been a lot of their offense, and the numbers certainly show it.
Pass to Brown. Holiday from long range. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Caruso outside. It's stolen by Holiday. And here they come. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Sends it home from three-point land.
Yeah, what vision from Holiday. Seems to have a knack for getting it to his guys in great spots.
And the Thunder in possession here. 6-point lead. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso outside. Here's Dort. Can't get it to fall. So we see Oklahoma City get the win here. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And BA, the visiting team is always under some added pressure, but they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Stan It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce courtside. Tatum. And the layup is good off the glass. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Now here's Holmgren. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 on the clock. Fires for 3.
Yeah, on defense, you really see Holiday's quickness and tenacity. He refuses to give the shooter any space.
And when Porzingis can be a third option on a team, he is deadly and efficient, RJ.
We've always seen Porzingis as the guy or as a second option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes.
Now here's Tatum. To the middle. Here's Brown. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Caruso outside. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Boston pulls it in. Porzingis sets a screen. To the paint. The kick out to White. Pass to Tatum. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul.
A great job to establish position and square up.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. To the inside. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense. His elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or a spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Now here's Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. Stolen by Caruso. Fast break. Here we go. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
Recognizes the fast break opportunity and takes full advantage. Gilgeous-Alexander has a solid feel for the game.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He wants to review the game plan. Holmgren with it. There's a screen. Nice move. Outside for Dort. Clock at 6. Back to Holmgren. Tatum pulls it in.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Puts up a deep 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 7. Pass to Dort.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Holiday. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And Brown has got the ball here for Boston. It's a 3-point game. Grant, how about the rise of OKC in just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed?
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
A good look from Holmgren. Gets to the corner and hits it.
Yeah, it's just too easy for Holmgren. Man, is he fun to watch operate off the catch.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. Here's Tatum. And miss after miss right now. Takes a 13-footer. Gilgeous-Alexander, no good. Celtics trail by 7. Here's Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. Right side, Tatum. Let's go with a 3. Hits the trifecta. Tatum's got 5 now.
Every time Tatum finds his shot, he'll take it. He loves to fill it up from range.
Right wing. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Screen by Holmgren. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for Oklahoma City. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
So far, they've shown a terrific work ethic in transition, pushing the pace whenever possible and getting out ahead of the defense to score.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Thunder on D. 6-point lead. Outside White. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there were so many great players. Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
Holiday surveying the floor. Pass to Tatum. Shot clock at 5. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Here's Porzingis. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Williams on the wing. Still no points. And a miss there on the triple. Celtics trail by 5. Down low. Outside Holiday. Off target with the 3. Here's Oklahoma City now. You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer pro-am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year. Already an elite shot blocker.
They kick it out to Porzingis. Out to the wing. They set the pick. Pass to Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Porzingis. Boston, no good that time either.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
Right side, Williams. Tatum with a steal. And Gilgeous-Alexander with a block.
Impeccable defense from Gilgeous-Alexander. For a guard, he blocks a fair amount of shots.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. White for 3. They get it again. Pass to Porzingis. The 3. Again, the miss by Boston. Thunder leading by 5. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Shea hitting the 3.
Yeah, total focus from Shea there. Ready to go off the feed.
Now here's Holiday. Yet to see a basket. The kick out to White. To end the drought. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And Porzingis with the block.
Great play by Porzingis. Love seeing the zinger engaged on D.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Gets the 3 ball to go. So Dort's got 5 points in the quarter.
Guy's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Back to Porzingis. Outside Holiday. Dort with a steal. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now guarded by White. Right side Gilgeous-Alexander. Baseline try. The rebound, Celtics. They double team Brown. White. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to be on Jalen Williams. And you look at Derek White, Richard, the energy he plays with, it is remarkable.
That's his greatest attribute, his activity on both ends of the floor. Having a high motor is a skill. He keeps coming and tries to wear you down.
Here's SGA. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
All it takes is a sliver of daylight, and Gilgeous-Alexander will exploit it.
Brown with a screen. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to be on Jalen Williams. It's his first trip to the line. First one falls for him.
Standing at 7'3", we have never seen a player quite like Kristaps Porzingis. A fantastic shooter, a solid ball handler. What a talent.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. The kick out to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Tatum. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. We'll be right back with you shortly. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Yeah, what's special about Gilgeous-Alexander is how shifty he is. which also makes it so tough on defenses.
Pass to White. Inside. Here's Horford. To the paint. Kick out to Brown. Shot clock at 3. Over Williams. Some solid defense from Williams.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And the call will be against Derek White. That's his first foul of the game. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul so far.
Yeah, they've been pretty careless so far, racking up a number of fouls in very little time.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Hartenstein.
Yeah, just a great understanding of the game. Horford's defensive positioning is perfect.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Brown inside. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Horford. Here's White.
The sweat that Gilgeous-Alexander puts in on defense does everything he can to trip you up.
It's stolen by Holiday. And so they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
First team foul.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Outside Tatum. To the middle. Just 2 to shoot. Back to Horford. And they force the shot clock violation. Great beat. The Thunder making a switch here.
Coming onto the floor for the Thunder, number 21, Aaron Wiggins.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. From deep three-point range. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
Horford gets it done inside.
I mean, Holiday is a master of the fundamentals, using the tried and true pick and roll to create for his guys.
To the inside. There's the double team with Horford. And here's Caruso outside. He can't hit that time. Celtics trail by 8. Well, Richard, with the career he's had, it's hard to believe Drew Holiday has only made 2 All-Star teams.
Well, that speaks to how much talent is at the guard position in this league. But it also shows how we tend to award offense over defense, because Drew, his impact is truly felt on the defensive end.
Pass to Wiggins. 4-3. Boston with a rebound. And here's Horford. And Horford powers it home.
Look at Horford just rocketing off the floor, putting the defense on notice with a big dunk.
Caruso outside. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
1:36 left to play in the third quarter. The kick to Tatum. Six to shoot. Pass to Horford. And stolen by Williams. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Fourth team foul.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him.
Timeout, timeout. And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Coming onto the floor for the Celtics, number 8, Kristaps Porzingis. Get the fans on the court is your hype squad. It's time for T-shirts.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And when you talk about the Boston Celtics last year, they were historically good, Richard.
Yeah, they had the 4th best net rating ever in the history of the game. That's Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, the MJ Bulls. Shattered the NBA record for offensive rating at 123.1. They were unreal.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Celtics trail by 4. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, "It sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling." Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you. Now White. 7 points in the game. Ooh, here's White on the drive. Great D that time from Holmgren.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
He's made all of his free throws to this point. 3 of 3. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
And it's Holiday with the ball for the Celtics. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Pass to Brown. Hey, Jaylen Brown spikes it through.
Oh, my! That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. It's the Thunder, up 3.
26. The Thunder, 29.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Celtics trail by 3. Pass to Porzingis. And the foul called on Chet Holmgren. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Holiday. Outside Tatum. Down low. And Brown with the stuff.
There's that leaping ability. Brown, he just gets up so easy.
It's Williams, high post. Tatum with a steal. Tatum like a freight train coming. And finished off by Tatum.
And that's got to hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
Fourth personal foul. First team foul.
Holmgren with it. Dort outside. 5 on the clock. The kick out to Williams. Lets the three fly.
Known as a crafty defender, Brown really hustles and contests as many shots as he can.
Outside Holiday. The kick out to White. To the middle. And stolen by Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Denied by Tatum.
There's the length Tatum provides on the defensive side. He can change a game on that end.
Misses the three.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
5th personal foul. 2nd team foul.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. To the left side wing. Here's Holmgren. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession here. Celtics on D. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Dort for three. Drills it from deep. And the Thunder lead by 2.
And these are the shots this team wants Dort taking. He understands his role in this offense.
1st personal foul. 2nd team foul.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Here's Porzingis. Oh, Porzingis getting it done inside.
One of the tallest guys in the league. Give Porzingis the ball there and just let him work.
Outside, Williams. And another three for Oklahoma City.
ICE. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Here's Porzingis. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Dort.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Brown with it. Now guarded by Holmgren. Outside Porzingis. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in.
Oh, my. Huge play from Porzingis. A testament to the competitiveness that he plays with.
There's a screen. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. That shot missing. Boston with the ball. Pass to Tatum. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Here's Williams. Finished off the break. Williams has got 5 points in the quarter. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Brown can't hit. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up to the Thunder. They've led by as much as 10. To the right side. .58 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. Oh, nails the triple.
Williams is like a vibe. I mean, this guy gets it. He knows they need points there, and he takes it upon himself to deliver.
A shot by Holiday, no good. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Here's Tatum. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
Defensive foul. Shane Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his 3rd.
And the free throw, no good. To the paint. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Porzingis grabs the board.
And looking to even the score with a huge three.
That's their only option. They have to get a good look from deep here.
Holiday. Oh, it goes! He got it off in time!
That's a big-time shot by a big-time player. Now, they asked him for a three, and he delivered.
Regulation is ended, and we... Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Outside, Williams. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game. Here's Holmgren. To the inside. Gilgeous-Alexander. Yep, that one goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 22.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Outside Tatum. Inside. Here's Brown. The kick to Tatum. Pass to Holiday. To the inside. Here's Porzingis. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
There is no chance that this game is tied up without his offensive firepower.
To the paint. There's Holmgren on the slam.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
Outside Holiday. Pass to White. Now here's Tatum. Now Brown. 5 to shoot. Here's Porzingis. The shot misses. Great D that time from Holmgren. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And the call will be against Derek White. That's his 3rd foul of the game. In overtime, here a minute and a half gone. Screen by Holmgren. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Williams. Off target from 3-point range. Boston trailing. Outside Tatum to take the lead. Ooh, Tatum slings it from deep.
And this is exactly who Tatum is. Someone who doesn't back down from taking the big shots.
Dort outside. Here's Caruso. Outside, Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort for 3. Oh, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. And here's White. And stolen by Holmgren. And up the court come the Thunder on the break.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Porzingis. Money.
And it's Porzingis at 7-3, a monster to go to late in the game.
Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren. Inside for Dort. There's the triple. The three won't fall.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. How do you think this is going to play out?
And this is what it's all about. This shot could win the game. Not much time left, but they have just enough to execute a play.
Coming onto the floor for the Thunder, number 3, Dylan Jones.
Here's Porzingis. Oh, that shot had a chance, but the all-or-nothing shot attempt is off the mark. And so the big win by Oklahoma City in a tight game. Things looked a little uneven for them down the stretch, but in overtime, they took control.
In BA, I don't think they expected this one to be so hard-fought. But when they went into overtime, they really poured the gas on the fire.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant.